Yay. I did just, Jillian, when you watch this later, I did not remember. Carrie reminded me. So I need to give credit where it is due. All right, guys. Well, welcome on. I know that there's just a few of us on tonight, but that's totally fine. We're gonna what I'm gonna talk about tonight is I'm excited about because it is exactly where we are right now. So it's gonna be kind of a short call. I have a hungry baby that's waking up, and yeah, it's been kind of a crazy day. But thank you guys for jumping on. And those that are watching the replay, when you watch the replay of this, I guess it's not called the replay, when the recording, when you watch the recording, comment in the comments that you're watching the recording. And then I will reach out to you with a couple things that we're going to talk about. So, all right. So it's the beginning of a new month. It's the 3rd. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Second. It's a second, even better. Mark that on my thing here. So we have a whole new month. Every month, every beginning of the month, you guys probably have heard me say it, and we always talk about, like, it's a new month, it's a fresh start. This is so, like, we can do anything we want to this month. And then some months we really take that and we run with it and have an amazing month. Other times we kind of, oh, one second, let me grab this baby. Other times we get going on the month and things happen, right? Like whether it's with your family or your personal life stuff, things just get busy. And then it's like towards the end of the month and we're like, oh my gosh, the month's almost over. What am I going to do? I want to hit these goals, or I want to do these things, and the month is almost over. And no matter what last month was, no matter what the month before that was, and no matter how many times you feel like you've wasted a month, I'm always going to be really excited about a new month. For me, I don't know about y'all, but I need a fresh start every day. I love the fact that every morning is a new morning and a new chance for a great day. Every month is a new month. Every week is a new week. I just, maybe because I, mess up or fail at things a lot, I need a fresh start. I love fresh starts. And so when I was thinking about this month, I know that, like, last month I was super, super excited going into July. Okay, this is going to be our month. And then for me, for my business personally, it didn't end up being like that. Things got crazy. I didn't work as hard as I wanted to work. And I ended the month thinking, okay, I didn't quite do it this month. So when I was thinking about August and, like, what do I need to do differently? What do we as a team need to do differently? How can I motivate, and what can I say to you guys, to my team, to say, okay, like, this is the month, like, let's get fired up. So when I was thinking about these things, I realized that what I do personally a lot of times is I'm, like, hoping for, like, that something's gonna change, or my month's gonna get a lot slower, or I'm gonna have a lot more time. Or I'm hoping for, like, something for the motivation to just be there when I wake up in the morning to work my business, or, like, we hope for, and we want all of these things to happen that makes it easier for us to work our businesses. And what I realized was that's not going to happen. I would love to tell you, okay, this is going to be our month, and I know that because we get an extra 3 hours every day this month, or it's easier to rank this month, or it's whatever it is. That's not realistic. That doesn't happen. We have the same 24 hours every day that we did last month. And maybe in your personal life, you might say, well, Kayla, you're not having a baby next month. So, or this month, I guess now. So maybe it will be easier. Maybe you will have more time. That's not realistic either. That's not what happens. Yeah, last month was crazy, and I had it, and in my life, I had a baby, so it was like that took up all my time. But now I have a newborn and two older kids. My time is still this. I still have the same amount of time, and the same amount of things going on. So when you're thinking about your life and your business and you're thinking, okay, things are finally, things are going to settle down this month. Stop counting on that. Let's not bank on the fact that we're going to have more time, or we're going to have more motivation, or something's going to magically change, because that doesn't happen. And what does happen is we hope for that and we kind of bank on that. And then when it doesn't happen, and we still go about our days doing everything, just hoping that we have this extra motivation, that this extra time, what ends up happening is it's the end of the month and we're thinking, dang it, I didn't work my business the way I should have. Because the truth is, we aren't going to work our businesses the way we should and the way that we want to, unless we just make it happen. Francesca has the same amount of hours in a day that I do. She has 4 kids, right? She has you can always say, well, that person has it easier, or they're already so high up, like their work is easier. Starting from the bottom is so much more difficult. She was where we are at 1.2. There's nothing that is going to change on the outside. You're not going to all of a sudden feel more motivated unless you start with action. You're not going to all of a sudden feel like you have more time, because what do we do when our lives do kind of slow down? We fill it with more stuff. Like we're never going to have this. It's never going to feel like we just have all this time or we just have all this motivation. That's just not how, that's not how it works. And what I realized thinking about this month and thinking about the prior months is I kind of hope for that. I think, okay, when I was planning for August, planning my goals out, I was thinking, okay, August is going to be a lot more chill. So this is going to be great. But then I started thinking, well, I have my older daughter's birthdays this month. Then we need to get ready for school. We're going to be fitting in everything this summer that we haven't done yet, wild waves and all these things that I want to do. This month isn't going to be have so much more free time. And I'm sure if you look at your own lives, it's kind of the same thing, because that's what we do. We just fill up more time. Summers are busy, right? But for me, I don't want to keep waiting for more time or more motivation, because I know it's not going to just come. It's not going to just happen. So what I'm doing personally this month, and I encourage you guys to do this with me if you want to. I'm going to kind of we tried to do this a while ago and didn't really stick. I'm going to try to get back to working by week. And so I'm not setting a monthly goal this month. I'm setting weekly goals, broken down, and I'm going to share them with you so you guys can kind of get an idea, and see if this might help you guys as well. I know that having a short-term goal that's, if I hit some of these goals my first week, that's going to give me more motivation to keep going for my second week and my third week, instead of just having these big goals and then trying to get them all done at the end of the month, right? So there was something else I was going to say with that. Now I can't remember. Oh, when I was thinking about this and thinking how I wanted to do this month and how I can make it different, and acknowledging and realizing that I wasn't going to have any more time or free time, and I wasn't going to have any more motivation that just came out of nowhere. So when I was thinking, how can I make this different? The only thing that will make it different is if I work differently. If you work differently, that's the only thing that will make this month different than last month. So instead of hoping I have time at the end of the day to work my business, which is what I've been kind of doing, thinking, okay, I'm going to get all the stuff that I need to do. I'm going to run the errands I need to run. And then in the evening, I should have time. But that doesn't happen. So this week, I'm going to be more intentional about my time, that my business is non-negotiable. Working my business is non-negotiable, because if I don't work my business, nobody's going to do it for me. If I don't grow my paycheck, nobody is going to do it for me. And unless you are completely satisfied with the way your finances are, and the way your business, maybe you are pretty happy with your finances, but you're obviously still here because you want your business to grow. You want this to be successful. This won't be successful unless we put in the work for it to be successful. And that's not going to happen. And I, for one, am sick of just letting months and months go by hoping that something changes. So This week, and this month, I am, one of my goals is to be intentional and schedule time every day early to work my business. So, and I'm going to kind of break it up because I know for my schedule, it works a lot better for me if I, work an hour in the morning, maybe an hour in the afternoon, and then an hour at night. And so I'm going to kind of share my plan for that with you. And then you have to figure out how it works the best for you in your life and in your schedule to schedule these time blocks to work. But if we don't do that and we don't say, okay, this is my work time, like pretend that your boss, you're clocking in, and if you don't do this, you're gonna get fired, right? In our industry, you're not gonna get fired, but your paycheck's not gonna grow, or you might not get a paycheck. And I'm very thankful for the paycheck that I've been getting the last few months, but I am ready to grow my business. I'm ready to help you guys grow your businesses and be excited about what we are doing here, right? So I'm going to share some of my week 1 goals, and then if you want, you can use mine, add your own, change them completely, whatever you want to do. But my recommendations and what I'm going to be doing for my own business is this. So I'm time blocking my time and scheduling my time each day. So the day before, or the night before, so like tonight, I'm gonna sit down and plan out my day tomorrow. And with everything I know that I need to do and everything that I want to do and whatever, and write all that out. And in that, putting in my goal is 3 hours a day, and because that's what I feel like I could do. But I'm going to break it up. So 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the afternoon, 1 hour in the evening that I'm dedicating to my business. In those time blocks, for me, it helps. The most important, well, should I say the most important? One of the most important things is reaching out to people, right? Because the answer is no unless we ask. So I'm going to do my reach outs in the morning during that first time block, because then throughout the day I can be carrying on conversations. And that's one of the excuses that I use for myself, is when I wait until the evening to do my IPAs or my reach outs, I think, well, I don't want to mess, it might be 10 o'clock at night, and I don't want to message these people right now because it's too late. They're not going to respond. Or that's, and I know they can respond in the morning, they can respond whenever, but that's one of the excuses I found myself using. And so to eliminate that, I'm going to do my reach outs in the morning and then carry on those conversations through the afternoon. And so look at your IPA sheet. And if you need help planning this out, after I get mine planned out tonight, I can send you a picture. So just let me know and I'll show you exactly what I'm doing broken down. So maybe that'll help you. So that's number 1, time block, schedule work, just like you would for anything else that you're doing, right? Just like that you would for a traditional job, like, you go into work 9 to 5, right? And then you plan your day around that, instead of hoping at the end of the day you have time to go to work, because that wouldn't work. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so then the other thing that I want to talk about tonight, and that I want to encourage you guys to do, is set your weekly goals. So for me, like I said before, I'm not going to set a big monthly goal. But I'm going to set weekly goals that I can see the benefit from, or feel accomplished early on in the month, and then go from there. I'm going to adjust my camera really quick so you guys don't have a nip slip. Okay, so then one of my goals for this first week is to commission qualify this week. So that way on Friday, wherever I am, wherever my numbers are, I'll be able to earn that paycheck the following Friday. So the fastest way to get paid and to teach our new ambassadors to get paid is to commission qualify early in the week. So one thing that I've noticed is I have my, what is it called? Auto ship. Yeah, I don't know why. I have my auto ship set for the beginning of for sometime this week. I don't remember what day exactly, but it's the first week of the month. So I'll have my 100 PV, but one thing I noticed last month is that you need to have your 100 PV plus your, she's eating, baby, and then you can hold her when I get done. My 100 PV plus you need your 2 personally sponsored ambassadors to be CQ'd as well. They need to have their 100 PV if you want to access that second box of the comp plan, which is like our rank part of it, right? So the first goal this first week is commission qualify with 100 PV and 2 personally sponsored ambassadors that are qualified. Now, you might think, well, I don't have 2 ambassadors. So your first goal, and one of mine, when I was writing that, I said, well, I can't, maybe I have more than 2 personally sponsored ambassadors, but what if they don't want to commission qualify their first week or whatever? That's fine. Then what that means is that I need to add a new ambassador. If you don't have 2 personally sponsored ambassadors, but you want to get going on this and have start your month strong, your goal this week should be to talk to as many people as you possibly can and sign your first 2 or sign 2 ambassadors, right? So that's my first goal, is to commission qualify and sign my either sign 2 personally sponsored ambassadors or have 2 personally sponsored ambassadors commission qualify. My second goal, this is kind of with the ambassadors, but separate, is, and I'm setting my goals just for me personally. I don't know if I should say I'm setting them small, but for this first week, really getting back in the swing of working, I want to make sure that I can hit my goals that I'm setting and not giving myself too big of goals to get discouraged when I'm first starting to kind of jump back in. So my goal this week is to sign 1 new ambassador and have them launched this week, and to add 1 new customer. So that's just, anybody can do that. All of us can do that. So that's my second goal. And my third goal is an activity goal, is 5 days out of this 7-day week to do my my IPAs, to follow those time blocks every day, and I'm going to mark them off. So those are 3 very, very, very attainable goals that I set for myself for the first week. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for me, doing it this way, setting goals this way, with a shorter timeline, right? And I feel like I can do that. I feel excited because I am confident in myself that I can do that this week. And then what's going to happen is you're going to hit your goals for the first week, and then you're that much more motivated to set and hit your goals for the week too. And so on and so on and so on. So like I said, I am excited, and I'm just excited to really take ownership and control and stop letting excuses and this idea that something is magically going to change in my way from meeting the goals that I want to meet for my business and my family and my finances, right? And the last thing I want to touch on, and again, if you need help with setting your goals or want to see all of mine or anything like that, just let me know and I'll send them to you and help you talk through your goals. But the last thing I want to touch on really quick is, I kind of posted about it in Limitless today, but another thing I realized is there's only a few reasons why someone will say they want to work their business and then not do it. And I know, because I do that a lot. I say, yes, of course, I want to work my business. I want to grow my business. I want our team to be like crazy successful. I want to see rank ups and you guys earning paychecks. And I want that so bad. But then somewhere along the line, it doesn't translate into action. And I find myself realizing that I want it, but I'm not putting in the steps to do it. Why is that? And there's a few different reasons. Like I said, a lot of it, making excuses, hoping for more time, things like that. But after listening to some training and some podcasts today, one thing that really stood out to me is that fear is probably the main reason that it's that I have that disconnect. And I think a lot of you do too. And sometimes you might think, I'm not scared of doing it. I'm just not doing it. Right. That's kind of what I thought when I first heard that. But what I want to point out is you might not be like acknowledging or really aware of the fear. And so I want you to spend some time really and thinking through this and like investigating your heart and your mindset with this. Because what I realized about myself is I'm not scared of putting in the work. I've done that. I know how to work my business. I'm not scared of time blocking. I'm not scared of posting. None of that. What I did realize, one thing that I think that I have a fear issue with that I am working on is a fear of putting in the work and then not being successful, right? Like not believing that I'm actually capable of massive success. And even if you think that you could say, well, okay, but that I don't think that applies to me, or I can't really see that for you, or whatever it is. Really investigate, because when I started thinking that could that be an issue for me, it wasn't really clear. It wasn't really like yes, that's my issue. It wasn't a light bulb moment. But what I realized is that having that underlying fear of, even if I do this, it's kind of the same kind of fear of like, if you tell people you're gonna I tell people that you're going to lose 20 pounds or 10 pounds and you're going to be in the gym every day, and then you don't do it and you're like, dang it. Like, you wish I should have told people, or whatever it is. Having the fear of not being capable of doing something can block us from even putting in the work to begin with. Because why would we really work hard at something if we really don't think that we're worthy, or that we're capable, or that's ever going to happen for us? That's one thing that crossed my mind. I wrote it down is, do you believe it's going to happen for you? And I was immediately corrected in my head that for me, I'm like, my first thought is like, I don't know if I believe that. But if you think about how that's said, do I believe it's going to happen for me? The answer is no. I don't believe it's going to happen for me. And if we're waiting, like I feel like I've been doing, waiting for this magical time, this magical motivation, whatever, that's just going to happen. That's where my lack of belief, that's where that fear comes from, is because I know it won't just happen. I don't believe it's going to happen for me, but I do believe that I'm capable of making it happen. I believe that each of you are capable of making it happen, but we have to take ownership of that dream, ownership of our goals, and say, even if this is the busiest month of my damn life, even if everything goes wrong this month, I'm going to commit and I'm going to work my business for 30 minutes a day, for 3 hours a day, for an hour a day, whatever it is. That's a non-negotiable, because what I want for my life is right here, guys. Do you remember the penny analogy that Jake used? With when you're digging for pennies in a jar, and you grab a few out, and it's not the right date you were looking for, and then you just give up because you haven't found the penny yet? Or do you keep working? It's the same idea as like the gold in your backyard analogy, right? If someone told you that there is a pile of gold in your backyard, do you dig 10 holes and you haven't found the gold yet? So then you say, okay, well, I know that there's gold here, but I'm not going to keep digging. Heck no. We keep digging until you find the gold. That's what's here. We have gold right here in front of us. We have the solution to our financial problems. We have the way that so many of us have this like desire to help as many people as we can. I know for me, like after experiencing what hemp can do for me and being able to stay home with the kids, I have this like passion. I want as many moms as possible to be able to experience this. I have these huge dreams. Jordan posted about your why on Thursday, and like reevaluating your why. And when I sat down and did that, I was like, yeah, this is the life I want. These are the things I want. And I know that this business, this comp plan, these products, this company can give that to me, but it's not going to magically happen. And it's not going to happen for me. And it's not going to ever feel, it's never going to be a quick fix. And it's never going to be like an easy thing to do, right? It's simple, but it's not easy because we have to take ownership and decide that we are going to make it happen. So if you believe that this company and this comp plan and these products have what it takes, has is the right vehicle for you to get there. And I believe that for myself 100%. And you believe that you can do anything that you put your mind to, then what is holding you back? Are you scared of failing? Are you scared of putting yourself out there and not working and looking stupid? Or evaluate your heart and figure out, what are you scared of? What is there a fear issue, and where is it? And what do you need to do to correct your mindset to make sure that you will commit to yourself, and you'll commit to your week and to your month. So like I say, every month, I am so excited for this month, and I'm excited. I'm thankful that even after a slow month, even after a few slow months or a few months where I feel disappointed in myself or whatever it is, I am so thankful that you guys are here and that you guys are wanting to work this business as well. And I'm thankful that we get a fresh new start every month. So I'm going to take this fresh start and run with it. And I hope that you guys do that with me. So, all right. I thank you guys for jumping on, and I'm excited for this month. If you do want this month to be different than last month, I'm looking for a few of you, whoever wants to commit, to really link arms with me. Having accountability is so important in this. And so if you want to change your business and grow your business this month, and you are willing to put the work in to do it, please comment when I post this in Limitless. Comment underneath in the comments, and say, this is my month, or I want it this month, whatever you want to say, or message me personally, and I will connect with you and link arms, and we'll work together this month. So, all right, guys, I hope that you have a great night, and I cannot wait to see what your weekly goals are. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Robin. Bye.
Bye.